kurwa. Byłoby zajebiste, jakbym znalazł moje okulary. It would be gorgeous if I would find my glasses. Wait a second. Zaczekajcie chwileczkę. Gdzieś no muszą być. A, pod chipsami. Below the chips. A, już lepiej. Teraz coś widzę z daleka. Already better. I see something from the distance. My queens and my kings. Moje królewny i moje króle. Welcome back home at Przybysławic. Witam Ciebie z powrotem do domu. Tutaj w Przybysławice. Wczoraj to my już trochę się zagubiliśmy, jak pamiętasz. Ale mimo wszystkiego nam się kwestia udała. Yeah, if you remember, yesterday we went a little bit lost in the forest. Yeah, but after this we finished the quest. And now the waiting time is over. We can go to Talmberg. No i teraz czas na czekanie się zakończył. Możemy iść do Talmberg. Tylko najpierw jeszcze do karczmy pójdziemy. Yeah, first we go to the tavern. Yeah, Henry is already hungry. Henryk, on już jest głodny. Trochę długo spaliśmy. Yeah, we have been sleeping a little bit longer. In real life and in the game. W prawdziwym życiu i w grze.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
I need a ale. Potrzebuję piwo.
Bye.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
I'm just kidding. Here is a little tip. Tylko żartuję. Tutaj mały napiwek.
This here and a little top up.
Thanks 1,000 times.
Cena była w porządku. The
Here
price
we
was okay.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Najpierw trzeba zjeść, co mamy. First we have to eat what we have.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Ach kurwa, te grzyby, co wczoraj zbieraliśmy, zgniły. Damn, the mushrooms that we have been collecting yesterday, they are rotten. Ach. Let's sell the rabbit meat and then we go. Ach, and I have to fill up my tea. No, sprzedam jeszcze tą gotowaną zajęczynę i wleję herbatę i wtedy możemy iść.
Good luck then.
Dobra, tylko jeszcze herbata. Jak u ciebie wygląda? Ty masz jakieś smakołyki do streamu? Yeah, how is it looking with you? Do you have some snacks for the stream? I am actually filling in some tea. No ja chwilowo wleję tą herbatę. Lałem już. O, i teraz możemy zaczynać. Yeah, now we can continue.
If only. It took me 2 bloody days to pick it out.
The small talk between the peoples is interesting here. A little bit different than in other towns. Bo te rozmowy tutaj między tych ludzi są ciekawe. Trochę inaczej niż w innych, w miejscu. Trochę inaczej niż w innych miejscowościach. Tutaj tak za mało czasu do teraz spędziliśmy. Here we don't have been spending a lot of time. Tu mamy uchodźcę z tego Talmberku. It seems that we have here some people that have been escaping from Talmberg. Refugees. They are welcome here. Chętnie mogą tutaj pobywać. Pranie tutaj zrobili. Yeah, they made their laundry here. Yeah, for sure it's a good idea to have a village close to the river. Naprawdę dobry pomysł, jak wioska jest blisko do rzeki. Here we have the second entrance to our village, Przywislawic. No tutaj to jest drugie wejście do naszej wioski, Przywisławice. No tutaj jesteśmy na dobrej drodze. Here we are on the correct road. At night it's easy to get lost here in the forest. W nocy to tutaj naprawdę łatwo można się zagubić w tym lesie. Yeah, by the way, we are live streaming actually during daytime, so the concentration is clearly better. W razie czego live stream teraz też się odbywa w ciągu dnia, to koncentracja też o wiele lepsza. Chwilowo tutaj w Niemczech jest 13:30. 26 lipiec. Yeah, actually here in Germany it's 26th July, 1 p.m. and 30 minutes after 1 p.m. Where is my favorite stage? Widzicie teraz tutaj mój ulubiony pojemnik. Chyba ominęliśmy go. I think we skipped it. There he is. Tutaj my go mamy. Kawałeczek tu był. Clearly this was a long part of the road. Okay. This is a long part of the road. To też faktycznie jest długi kawałek. Ale najprostszy od tego częściu. Yeah, from here this is the easiest road, only straight forward. If you don't turn left or right. No, prosta ścieżka, jak nie skręcasz gdzieś w lewo albo w prawo. Dobra, dalej do Talmberg. Alright, we continue with Talmberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
My queens and my kings, welcome to the siege. Moje królewny i moje króle, witam do obleżenia.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I have to deal with something first.
All right, but don't keep us waiting too long. I'll be with you.
Kurwa, zapomnieliśmy jeszcze, że chciałem parę rzeczy sprzedać. We forgotten that I was about to sell some stuff. Can we leave it somewhere? Możemy to gdzieś zostawić? Good that we started our live streams in KCD1 with Henniken hair. At least bilingual we started it at this point. No, dobrze, że w dwóch językach zaczęliśmy nasze live streamy z tym Jan Zając. Po angielsku Henniken hair. Przynajmniej tutaj mamy dom. Yeah, at least we have here our own home. We can use the chest. Możemy tutaj zużyć przez chwilę tą skrzynkę. Kurwa, where is my bed? Ale gdzie jest moje łóżko? Okay, this looks a little bit disappointing. To trochę głupio wygląda. Co nie zostawiliśmy tutaj raseczy? Jo. Yeah, this looks like this would be my own stuff. Yeah, clearly yes. Dobra, tutaj możemy to zostawić. Here we can leave the stuff. Alright. Let's go. Dobra, to idziemy. Ruszamy się.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jestem ciekawy, kiedy on będzie gotowy. I am curious how long he will need until he is finished. I see him working already 3 days. Już widzę, że on pracuje nad tym 3 dni.
God be with you.
Are we prepared to lay siege?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, you can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on 2 fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Take care.
Sake! Cover yourselves!
O skalic! Dla skalicy!
Look at those battle bots! We've got them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
O kurwa, now we are bleeding. Teraz jesteśmy krwawe. Kurwa, dobro on jest. Damn, he's a good one. Last breath, ostatni dech. Now we can use a little bit of potion. A możemy trochę eliksiry zużyć. Kurczę, mogliśmy zabrać parę jabłka. I regret now that we have been not taking some apples. Oh, horseradish could be helpful. Chrzan by nam teraz trochę pomógł. Ładnie do chleba. Yeah, we take it with the bread. Alright. Dobra. Nie no, mało tutaj mamy na zdrowie. There is not a lot that we have here for life points. We leave this for later. Lepiej to zostawimy na później. Ach, the bandage. Jeszcze zapomniałem bandaży. Aj, kurwa, I should have been waiting. Mogłem lepiej trochę odczekać. Yeah, I should have been waiting. Miałem poczekać. O kurwa. O kurwa. Yeah, this is hardcore. No to naprawdę hardcore teraz. Chciałem, że mogliśmy zużyć ten zbawienny sznaps, co tam jeszcze leżał całkiem na dole. We have been yeah, we could have been using the savior schnapps.
Good health to you. God be with you.
A book that helps you with alcoholism. Książka, co pomaga z alkoholizmem. Weźmiemy. We take it. At least it can be useful because we need the alcohol for extra life points. No, będzie przydatny, bo potrzebny nam ten alkohol dla trochę dodatkowe zdrowie.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
Are we agreed?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it. Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Wait, zaczekaj.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Here, and something for your trouble.
My word. Thank you kindly.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Okay, this time we sell the stuff that we collected yesterday. Tym razem sprzedamy te rzeczy, co wczoraj nazbieraliśmy.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
How do you like it here, Master Oter?
Well, there's work aplenty and no competition. You're doing a grand job with this place, I can't deny it.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, we can try it. Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Are we agreed?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Ach, come on, no chodź.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Yes, he was agreeing. Zaakceptował. I tak 3000 chyba teraz. Nie. Nie, no tak 2200 straciliśmy. Yeah, round about 2200 that we left here. Because we gained it first. No bo najpierw dostaliśmy trochę.
Ja wczoraj był. To jsem w tém domečku, mají tam dcerečku, mají obrovskou...
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Farewell. Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it. All right, so.
Tutaj mamy ten obóz od tych uchodźców, ale to już wcześniej sobie trochę dokładnie obejrzeliśmy, nie będziemy teraz jeszcze raz to robili. Yeah, here we have this refugee camp. But yeah, we have been looking around already earlier at this place. Earlier in this live stream. W razie czego wcześniej w tym live streamie. Let's go now quickly back to Talmberg. Spróbujemy teraz tylko szybko wrócić do Talmbergu. To jeszcze parę rzeczy, co byśmy mogli może wybrać. Yeah, maybe we can choose here something from the skills. Oh. With this we can make stronger wounds, but yeah, the cost for using our weapon will take more endurance, 10% more. No, możemy tutaj z tym większe rany wywoływać, ale kosztuje 10% więcej wytrzymałości. Się przyda. This can be useful. O, i twierdza. Yeah, with this we lose less endurance when we are blocking. No, z tym mniej tracimy, no, wytrzymałości jak blokujemy. Co jeszcze by szło wybrać? What else can we choose here? Berserk. Okay. Dobra, nic się z tego teraz nie przyda. Nothing useful for now. Here maybe. Tutaj jeszcze może. Okay, nothing useful. Nic nie było tam za bardzo przydatne. Szybszy niż mój tulpar. It's a little bit faster than my tulpar. The horse from Bernard. To jest ten koń od tego Bartosz. Okay, we make a little cheat. Chwilę musimy tutaj fałszywić. Nie chciałem teraz użyć zbawiony sznaps, bo tak Henryk by był nachlany. Yeah, I was not in the mood to use the savior schnapps. Not that Henry will be drunken.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. the north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages, taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
See you later.
We make a very short VC break. Zrobimy bardzo krótką przerwę dla WC. Myślę, że mniej niż 2 minuty. I think this should be less than 2 minutes.
fuck's sake! Cover yourselves!
The best strategy in Mountain Blade is already to hide below the wall. Najlepsza strategia już w tym Mountain Blade jest, jak się ukryjesz pod murem. Okay, full in life points, but we are hungry. Pełno zdrowia, ale jesteśmy głodne. O kurwa, more of them! Jeszcze więcej od nich! A tu jest nasza reszta. Here is the rest of our troop. I don't get it. What's the issue? Nie rozumiem, co jest ich problem. Weźmiemy te może z drogi. Yeah, maybe we take them away from the road. Of course our reinforcement is stucking somewhere. Oczywiście nasza pomoc tam gdzieś utknęła. Now this is again a fair fight. Teraz znowu ta walka będzie trochę... no, trochę lepsza. Albo trochę więcej honoru w tym. We did it! Udało nam się!
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us.
Yeah.
A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzik will be there.
Yeah.
The way you found Toth, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is,
Yeah.
soft too you have. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What should I...
Yeah.
There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You all right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there it was so near, yet so far. Oh well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Woo! Thank you, Daniel Wawra. And to all the others. Thank you for this masterpiece. Mogę tylko dziękować tymi deweloperom, albo tymi twórcom za tą grę. Naprawdę wspaniała gra. It's really a beautiful game. And clearly the only game that made me to travel to the Czech Republic or into a different country. Do teraz to jest jedyna gra, przez którą ja chciałem zrobić wycieczkę do innego kraju. Będzie jeszcze ciekawy czas. Yeah, we will have clearly an interesting time ahead. Maybe you have heard about it. Kingdom Come Salvation. It could be the next Kingdom Come Deliverance or KCD 3. No może już słyszałeś o tym. Kingdom Come Salvation. Możliwe, że to będzie następne Kingdom Come Deliverance. Albo ta ukryta trzecia część. Zobaczymy. We will see. But we will have now first to get back to Evil Henry. No, najpierw będziemy musieli na pewno wrócić do złego Henryka. Myślę, że najpóźniej za 2 tygodnie. 8 albo 9. Yeah, I think this will be probably in 2 weeks, 8th or 9th August. No, 8 albo 9, jaki to będzie następny miesiąc? Sierpień. Masakra, ile ludzi bierze udział w takiej grze. Crazy how many people takes part in a game like this. Or in any game, how many people there are involved, this is crazy. Szaleństwo, ile ludzi naprawdę w takiej grze może pracować.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you and Ma. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have to clap in the stocks.
No, wait a second. Zaczekaj chwilę. Kluska poszła. I think the sausage is down. Just kidding, but I had to clean my hands. Nie no, żartuję, ale musiałem ręce sobie umyć. Chipsy są tłuste niestety. Yeah, unfortunately chips are fat, or they are full with oil.
You! What the hell are you fooling about? Is something the matter?
Yeah.
Audentes Fortuna. We finally finished this game. Nareszcie zakończyliśmy tę grę. Mi się wydaje, że to są te ludzie, co brali udział w tej grze. I have the feeling these are the people that have been, that have been involved into this game.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslaus win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslaus could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslaus crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected King of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslaus's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslaus realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslaus to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslaus's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslaus languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
But we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peaceably, and then ask the opinion of the League of Lords?
Very well said, sir. And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslas.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to resolving the dispute?
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
Okay, I really cannot remember all of this at the end of the casual KCD1 game. Ja naprawdę nie mogę się przypomnieć, że to było na końcu od zwykłej gry KCD1. Coś mi się wydaje, że to może tutaj jest dodatkowo przez to, że mamy tą nową wersję. I have the feeling this here is something additional because we have the new version of the game.
From what I've heard about him, I wouldn't trust him if he told me rain was wet.
I feel the same. It's never wise to trust a man who's turned his coat more than once.
Exactly. And I don't buy that business with Prokop. He double-crossed his own brother, and the rest is just his cover-up.
On the other hand, if anyone has a chance to oust Sigismund and keep the nobility on his side, it has to be Jobst.
Good health to you.
Can I ask... Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
See you later.
Greetings.
What do you think of Job's speech, Sir Robard?
Honestly, lad, I wouldn't trust a word he says. He'll drag us into something, and when the going gets tough, he'll turn tail and leave us to deal with the consequences.
And what about Prokop?
Well, he stayed on the king's side, for most of the time at least, largely because they're birds of a feather. He's not keen on governing either, but woe betide anyone who tries to take control away from him. Then he would turn on his own brother, literally. He often behaves like a rebel, just in grander style.
What do you think Sigismund's after?
I'd say he wants to restore the empire to its glory days under his father, Emperor Charles, which his brother seems incapable of doing. But he's also defending the East against the Turks, and fighting with his own noblemen at home, battling his brother and cousins here, and Rupert and the Meissen nobles in Germany. He has a lot to deal with, and riding roughshod over everyone certainly isn't helping. Mind you, what else is he to do? I think in more settled times he might make quite a good king, but now he's missed his chance.
And what about Rupert of the Palatinate? What does he want?
Rupert? He appointed himself king of the Romans, and ever since then he's been making the tactical moves of a coward who's not sure what to do. If Wenceslas were a man worth his salt, he'd have dealt with him long ago. But then, if Wenceslas was any use, he wouldn't be languishing behind bars in Vienna right now.
What about the League of Lords and Bergo? What are their objectives?
Whenever the king is weak, the nobility tries to grab as much as it can. Not for the good of the country, of course, only for themselves. The League of Lords is full of men like that. When the king was captured the first time, they released him only after he nominated them to high office and ceded some of his power to them. Now that he's held captive a second time, they run the country at Sigismund's behest. Bergov is the highest vice-chamberlain in the land. As soon as the king was captured, he declared a pogrom on the Jews and raised the tax dues of towns and monasteries. Watch your step with him.
To naprawdę dobra wiedza. This is for sure valuable information.
Do you think that rescuing Wenceslas will help the country, sir?
God knows. The king is a drunkard. If he governed instead of boozing, wenching at the baths and hunting, there'd be peace and order. Quite honestly, I'm not surprised the Germans deposed him, or that Sigismund's patience ran out.
Why?
Wenceslas himself sent for Sigismund to help him, and made an agreement with him. And when Sigismund started acting as agreed, Wenceslas double-crossed him and claimed the agreement was invalid, just because he no longer liked it. What would you have done in Sigismund's place? On the other hand, now we've seen what Sigismund has been getting up to here, it's clear he's no better a sovereign than his brother. And that goes double for Rupert, not to mention Jobst, who might well have his eye on the Bohemian throne too. So, all in all, we're probably best off with the drunkard. Better the devil you know.
And who is this Jobst exactly?
He spent 20 years wrangling over Moravia with his brother, Prokop. Then they suddenly reconciled when Sigismund was captured in Hungary, and they went plundering there, claiming it was with the aim of liberating him. When Wenceslas sent them to parley with his enemy, Rupert of the Palatinate, the pair of them turned coats on the spot, took sides with Rupert, and together with the League of Lords and the Meissen nobles, laid siege to Prague. But then they made terms with the king. He agreed to hand over part of the government, and they sent the Meisseners home. This is no ancient history I'm talking about. It was only 2 years ago, and now, suddenly, he's Wenceslas's greatest ally. Can you trust someone like that?
Okay, I wouldn't trust him. Ja bym też mu nie ufał. Ciężka sytuacja polityczna tutaj, w tych Czechów. Yeah, during this time it was really a hard situation politically in the Czech Republic.
Good. That was all I needed to know. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bear up, and take care of yourself. The world is a dangerous place, and Bergov's a dangerous man.
See you later. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
Greetings. What business have you?
That makes two of us.
If I didn't know anything
Take
about
care.
I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already.
Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Bergov. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale, in spite of everything Job said.
We shall see. We shall see. So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be travelling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Only delivering the letter. Tylko wysłać list. Jakoś to nam inaczej wyszło. Yeah, somehow this was a little bit different for us.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him, but he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Bergov we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Bergov has to say.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince-Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
Szkoda, już nie ma miejsca na PlayStation. Chciałem to zapisać. My PlayStation is full. I was about to caption this. Yeah, full story will be only here on the live stream. No, pełna historia to jednak będzie tylko tutaj w tym live streamie.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia, but instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Parę rzeczy teraz z tej ostatniej informacji to nawet w jednym filmiku mamy w środku. To chyba nawet ten w tej playliście Welcome się znajdzie. Yeah, a little bit from the information now from the last part of the conversation here about the Luxembourg. Yeah, a little bit of it is already in one of my videos. It's in the Welcome playlist.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush, and good luck, son.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Come now, Hal.
Gratulacje, właśnie ukończyłeś główny wątek. Jeżeli chcesz, możesz wciąż wykonać zadania poboczne albo po prostu sobie pospacerować. Grę możesz zakończyć kiedykolwiek, wyjeżdżając poza mapę z oddziałem pana Jana Ptaszka. Okay, we are still not at the end. We have to ride away with Lord Capon. Jeszcze nie jesteśmy na końcu. Musimy widocznie z Janem Ptaszkiem pojechać.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
There was one more thing I wanted to attend to.
I see. We'll go on ahead and wait for you in the camp at Neuhof.
I'll use the time for a hunt before we go.
Very well. We'll meet up there as soon as I'm done.
Okej, nic nowego się nie pokazało. W ogóle nic. Ta kwestia tutaj też jeszcze jest dostępna. Yeah, nothing has changed here. The quest here is still available. Maybe we missed some quests in the middle of the game. Może przegapiliśmy jakieś kwestie na środku gry. Chyba też mają te same ubrania, co te ludzie mają, co z nami tam później w KCD 2 się pokazali. I think they wear the same clothing like the people that have been together with us later in KCD 2 at the beginning. Let's go one last time to Johanka. Idziemy jeden ostatni raz do Johanki.
Yeah.
To chyba nie był dobry pomysł. I think this was not a good idea. A, kurwa. I think here we can get out. Jo, tutaj się chyba wydostaniemy. Tego miejsca szukałem. I was searching for this place. Johanka!
That's a good boy.
That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Go away, leave me alone.
Ach, this was not Johanka, this was Teresa. Już tylko zapomniałem, to nie była Johanka, to była Teresa.
What? No, go away.
Momencik, ja chcę zapisać. Wait, I want to save the game. Good feeling, we finally finished it. Dobre uczucie, ale nareszcie zakończyliśmy tą grę. No jeszcze ostatni kawałeczek i wtedy koniec. Yeah, only one little bit and then we are finished.
Look at you, lover boy.
Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here, God bless them.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zbyszek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those cumins, they call them, when the cumins came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard. Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzik. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
Okay, the sword is clearly with Istvan. No, miecz poszedł do Istvan. Później nawet go dostaliśmy. And later we could get it back.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Ratay, and some of the Ratay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
Yeah, with them I think I screwed something. Z nimi coś mi tam kiepsko wyszło.
What about Sir Radzik?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Ratay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzik, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you get away from those cumins?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone and kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced. I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be. About that evening.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't, and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you. Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Maybe we will get a place, like for example a forge. Może dostaniemy jeszcze miejsce, jak przykładowo, no jak to się nazywa, dla kowalstwo, no kuźnie, załatwię nam kuźnię.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to.
Listen, Teresa. There's something I ought to tell you.
What is it? What's troubling you?
I'm not quite sure how to tell you, so I'll just spit it out. So Radzig Kobyla is... my father.
And King Wenceslas is my cousin. You really had me going.
No, I'm serious.
What? But, Henry, how on earth could...
I know. It was a shock for me, too. It turns out Sir Radzig and my mother had some... romance. Of course, he couldn't marry a commoner.
And your father? I mean the blacksmith. God, that sounds so odd. I mean Martin.
He knew Sir Radzig from way back. Martin... Pa married her before I was born. To protect her reputation. And raise me as his own.
And Sir Radzig allowed it?
Sure. Actually, I get a feeling the whole thing was agreed between them. Sir Radzig was glad she wasn't left alone with a child.
My God, Henry, that's just... And what will that mean for you?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Well, it all depends on Sir Radzig, doesn't it? As his illegitimate son, I don't have any rights as such. But it's not like I've suddenly become a noble like Capon. And even though Sir Radzig has publicly acknowledged me, well, sort of, it hasn't really changed anything.
And if Sir Radzig decided to make a real noble of you, would you want that?
Oh, that's a hard question. Kurwa, to ciężkie pytanie. Not really. Jakoś nie za bardzo.
I wouldn't. And it's never gonna happen anyway.
Why not?
A bastard remains a bastard. Even if Sir Radzig never had another heir, all his property would go to the king by rights.
You might be right, but can't you imagine it? Would you still care for me, a common millmaid, if you were a nobleman?
Of course. I'll always be fond of you. Nothing will change that.
I'll remember that. I hope you won't regret those words.
No fear of that.
At least we have fast traveling. Chociaż mamy szybką podróż. Tak, to jest zablokowane w trybie hardcore. Yeah, otherwise it's blocked in hardcore.
I must go, Henry. Take care.
And we have to go as well. Take care, Teresa. My teraz też będziemy musieli iść. Mam nadzieję, że ona będzie się trzymać, nasza Teresa. Co to miały być za skróty? I don't understand the shortcut. A pagan wayside shrine. Pogański... No. Pogańska kaplica podróżna. Chyba to jest światowid. Gdzieś tutaj się skręcało w lewo, mi się wydaje. I think somewhere here we had to turn left. A little bit further. Kawałeczek dalej jeszcze. W sumie teraz mi się już pomyliło, to był chyba ten idol od Zbrucza. I think I mixed here something. This was probably the idol of Zbruch. My memory is sometimes a little bit lagging. No moja pamięć nieraz to trochę taka, jak takie sitko. Kurczę, gdzie jest ta ścieżka do góry? Honestly, where is this road that we can take up? Huh. We have to go anyways in this direction. I tak będziemy musieli iść w tym kierunku.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tutaj już ostatnią zobaczyliśmy, tam nic nie ma. Here we checked it the last time, there is nothing. Sometimes the trees here in KCD1, they are looking really, yeah, unique or handcrafted. Nieraz te drzewa tutaj w KCD1, oni naprawdę wyglądają tak jak unikaty. Albo jakby ktoś naprawdę ręcznie je postawił tutaj. Naprawdę nie mogę narzekać. KCD1 to zajebista gra. I really cannot complain. KCD1 is really a gorgeous game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ja, do Kuttenberg prowadzi taka wielka ścieżka. Yeah, to Kuttenberg we have here this big road. This should be the correct one. To powinna być też ta odpowiednia ścieżka.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
I wanted to ask you a few things. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again. But now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
Jakoś dzisiejsze czasy nie są lepsze. Somehow today's time is not better.
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
Well, no one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
Troski is really impressive. Troski to naprawdę może zaskoczyć. Dobra, w razie czego, jakby to był teraz naprawdę całkowity koniec, to z mojej strony najpierw życzę Tobie spokojny tydzień i moja królewna albo mój król, kto tam teraz siedzi, dziękuję Tobie za oglądanie. Yeah, at this point, if this should be now really the ending, my queens and my kings behind the screen, thank you for watching and I wish you already a relaxed week. Jakby nie szło tego słyszeć, życzę Tobie już spokojny tydzień.
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Audentes fortuna! koniec. The end. Thank you for watching. Dziękuję Tobie za oglądanie.